Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the two-lap washout Grand Prix. Oh wait, rewind. Painful memories of the 2021 Belgian Grand Prix. So let's try that again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Spa time. Tonight is the 6th round of our 8th season here at MRC. And what better way to start the week than with our premier tier that is Tier 2. So what can we say about Spa-Francorchamps? This 20-turn 4.352 mile circuit is the longest circuit on the F1 calendar, and definitely a favourite amongst fans and drivers alike for its beautiful surroundings and famous corners such as La Source, Eau Rouge, Radion, Lecombe, Pouon, Blanchimont, Bus Stop, all them and more presenting their own unique challenges. The prancing horses themselves hold the most wins here with 18 at this circuit. McLaren close behind with 14. Michael Schumacher holds the driver's record with 6, Ayrton Senna a close second with 5. Who will reign supreme in MRC tonight? Joining me in the comms box this evening is someone who will love these starts. He's a prancing horse lover himself. It is none other than the Maranello Rent Boy. It's Connor Hardy. Good evening.
You had to bring that back, didn't you?
Of course.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
Yeah, brilliant. Ready to go. Excited for this, and I can see some moist stuff on the floor.
Oh,
So,
it definitely looks moist.
be interesting to know what the race weather's like.
Fear not, people. We are MRC. We will put on a show whether it's wet or not.
Yeah, we won't be calling a red flag just for a bit of wet weather. That is for sure.
Speaking of which, I see a Tom Brown coming down the pit lane and a Haas already out on track.
Yeah.
He's the McFlurry himself. Let's hope he doesn't melt.
I don't think he's gonna melt in this weather. That's for sure.
Ice cream, water don't usually mix well together.
No, that's true, but still. Let's hope it's cold for him.
Let's hope so. See what we get tonight. To be fair, the race in the rain wouldn't be unusual for Spa, would it?
No, it definitely wouldn't. It's something we are very, very useful.
I've been
used to, I should say.
I've been calling it 2 or 3 tiers. I reckon are going to be wet this week.
Yeah.
This is going to be the track with the highest amount of chance for it.
Well, Tier 3 always seems to have a bit of rain every now and then, doesn't it? So there's no escaping that for us.
Yep, I'm guessing we're going to be wet, so we best get practice in the rain.
I know I haven't got wets up yet, so that's going to be a bit of an issue, but we'll see.
Hello, Gavin!
Oh, Banshee's with us, is he?
He's joining us on YouTube already, and he's loving the wet stuff.
Oh, I bet he is.
Ooh, Mr. Flurries has just got a little bit wide there. Hopefully he's not caused himself any damage.
Yeah, he definitely does look excited about the wet stuff, doesn't he?
He's always excited about the wet stuff. I'm praying he gets this in Tier 1 as well next.
Oh, can you imagine his reaction? Oh, wow.
Here we go, just coming through the bus stop, ready to start a lap. So let's have a lap with Mr. Flurries. See how he does. Down to La Source, brakes nice and early. Can he hook it in tight? He certainly does. Fairly early on the power. See how he does with Eau Rouge and Radion. This is a challenge in the dry, let alone in the wet.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Nice line. Seemed to hold it quite steady. I wonder if he's catered his car to the wet. Is that an indicator of the race, maybe?
Well, yeah. I mean, the car feels a lot better on this game than it did on the last game anyway through Rouge and Radion, so hopefully that's a good, sign.
See how he does at Bruxelles. Seems to hook it up nice and tight. He's definitely got his car planted there. Nice and tight through No Name, yep. Little wiggle on the exit, but not too wide.
Yeah.
See how he does at Pouon. Because this one really is a challenge.
Yeah, it definitely is. That corner is a nightmare at the best of times.
Well, it's only intermediate weather, so it's not massively wet. Mr. Sargent has just popped up going, how's those 1-1 wings?
If anyone's running 1-1 wings in this weather, then wow.
Brave.
Yeah.
Where is he? Just going through Stavolo. His next big challenge is Blanchimon.
It is. I'm watching Mr. Clean at the minute. He's purple in first sector, so Mr. Clean Genie.
Bailey says rumour has it me and Sarge are running 50-50 wings.
In this weather? Or even that's over dramatic the other way. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Well, Mr. Flurry's first time won 54.6. I know Tom Brown was next out, although he's invalidated.
I think Fox has just spun. There was a Williams round. It was Fox,
I think
yeah.
it's Van's next on track. Is he on a lap?
I'm just watching Genie in the final sector. He is really hooked up nicely here.
I think Gene is just behind Van's by the looks of it.
Yeah. No, I think that's Tom Brown, but yeah, Gene is about 100 metres back, yeah, roughly.
And where's Van's going to put it? 55.2. Well, Seb Mills snuck in there with a 55.4 as well.
Yeah, Gene 57.1. I think you'll see a lot of drivers do several laps here because
It's usually the best bet when it's wet. Just fuel up and go for it because the times come tumbling down anyway.
Yeah, I agree. So planning is invalidated.
Let's have a look. Fox looks like he's just started one.
Yeah,
Lorpy's just coming through Stavolo by the looks of it.
Yeah, we've got a lot of drivers out on track, so
We'll stick with Lorpy and see who else pops
Cole's
up.
back in the pits. I think he's just invalidated at final corner.
Ryan's just popped in with a 156.5.
Yeah, that's a good first lap.
Anton's on and out lap. Looks like it. That looks like pit lane. Lorpy is going to drop a 157.4 and put himself 6th.
I mean, they're all good start laps, so it'll be interesting to see how much they can improve. Jacob's coming into the final sector now on his lap, so... Oh, he's just got really wide, though.
Let's go have a look at the triangle car.
He just had a massive moment on the fast left-hander, but seemed to have got away with that invalidating, so... Let's see how he is.
Blanchimon is awful in the wet.
Yeah.
He's done a 56.2 and gone 5th, so that's not shabby. Let's see how Fox is doing. He's going through Stavolo. Sector map's saying purple sector 2.
Well, this could be very quick then, potentially.
I mean, he could have lost a lot of time in the first and be making it up in the last. I guess we'll find out. 'Cause he's just coming up to the bus stop. Or chicane, as I think it's called now.
Yeah, I think it's been renamed, doesn't it? So... Definitely going to be interesting. Where's he going to go?
55.0 goes 3rd.
Yeah, great lap.
Let's see who else is on the lap. Mr. Alex. He's just coming up to the end of the Kemble Straight. Yeah, he's noticed the moistness.
He wants to know what it's like in the race.
Don't we all?
I quite like the surprise though.
With Mr. Martin Hills. Driving that beautiful AlphaTauri tonight. I know he's going to love me saying that.
On that one. Yeah, he's definitely going to disagree there. I know how much he hates that car.
Chucks it in P1, does it stick? Looked a little bit slippy, but he's held it.
He also looked a little bit cautious there on the exit of P1, so...
Yeah, if you get a bit leery in the middle, you do tend to go cautious for the exit.
Yeah.
Looks a little bit slidey. I wonder if he's stuck with a dry setup.
Maybe that's an indication of what's to come. Maybe it's a dry race. So...
Yeah, Hodge is probably right. Martin's probably swearing every few seconds in that car.
Yeah. Martin, swear? No. You got thinking of the wrong person, I'm sure. But... He's coming into the chicane, so let's see where he's going to go with this one.
Yeah, let's see.
Takes a very weird line into the chicane. Very strange line into it. It looked very tight.
There's multiple different lines you can take there. So 155.4 puts him 8th. I believe we've got Alex, who's just gone over the line with a 156.5 in 14th. Stringy B really pushing the limits there at P1.
Yeah. definitely. We've got the McLaren of Fanning just starting a lap as well.
Just coming through campus now.
Carl also starting it as well. So
Into Stavolo, how's his sector time looking? 1:23.9. No comparison for him at the moment. Ooh, got very leery on the exit there.
he did. I thought he was gone.
Let's see how he does up at Blanchimont. Seems to hold. Oh, bit wide there. I thought he held it and then back end kicked a little bit, but it's not invalidated, so he can still finish it. Into the chicane, hooks it tight for the left-hander, runs wide on the exit, and puts in a 1:55.5 to put himself P10.
I think something from second down to about 13th is awfully close, and then you've got Flurries who's just miles out at the minute.
I'm just on board with Carl, but I believe Fanning's ahead just going through Pouon.
He is. Fanning, he started ahead his lap just before Carl did. So yes, Fanning is just ahead.
I'll give this Alfa Romeo a bit of screen time.
I'll watch Fanning then, see how he goes.
That Alfa Romeo really does remind me of one of them little round candies.
Yeah, it does. Fanning's just gone purple in the middle sector.
Let's see what Carl can do. No purple as a 24.8. I reckon he's going to go probably mid-table here.
Yeah, Carl's very good in the wet as well. Everyone knows that. So
Might be struggling a little bit since he's gone to manual gears though, but he's learning well. He's invalidated.
No, he is. I think he's one of the only drivers in MRC this season that scored a point in every race. Wow, look at that from Fanning.
Wow! I just jumped on board with him as he was finishing his lap. That's a hell of a lap.
Yeah, that was very hooked up. I was watching nearly all of that.
But speaking of drivers that do well in the wet, Fanning is one of them.
Yeah, he is. Fanning's very strong.
I remember racing him a few times in the wet, and he is very strong.
Yeah, Vans is 4 tenths up at the end of the first sector.
Oh, let's go on board with that one, because we've had a lap with Mr. Flurries. So let's go on board with what I believe is your favourite car, the Aston Martin.
It definitely is not my favourite car, but yeah, we'll go with it for now.
I'll let you give us a few words as we jump into Pouon.
Yeah, he looks very planted, very confident as well. Like very early on the power input on there, which was strange to see, especially in the wet weather. But he's very tight to each apex coming in to the end of the middle of the sector. What's his last sector time gonna? Second sector time gonna look like? That's what I'm interested to see.
23.8 is 3 tenths up. Mr. Flurries is out.
Oh, he is.
He's lost it just before No Name.
No Name, yeah. Wow. That could be game changing, especially with Vans up here. But Vans has got to gain a lot of time in the last 2 corners. If he's he's gone wide. He's got away with it though.
I think he lost it on the exit of Bruxelles there.
Yeah, it did kind of look like that.
Oh, Vans is
in the pits. So obviously he lost time.
Stringy. Well, let's have a look at Hosman in the AlphaTauri. He's usually quite impressive for a no assist driver.
Alex Hendricks 1.8 seconds up.
So that would currently
he's gone really wide at the final corner. But he's gone into 4th. Great lap.
Awesome. The driver of the day vote is in the chat nice and early.
Oh, nice.
Chris Bailey's replied, very good, very nice.
Yep. Chris Bailey loves that little saying, it's his favourite.
Let's see how Hosman's doing. Just come. See, he takes a wider line there, but there's about 3 or 4 lines you can take through Bruxelles.
Yeah, I think in the wet there's so many like different lines you can take as well.
Seems to be alright in No Name. He's going to flick it into Pouon. Seems to flick it in with a lot of confidence there.
He's had a bit of a twitch there. It's a big moment. How's he kept that out the wall? I have no idea. But fair play.
You could see it just start going, couldn't you? In middle of the corner.
Like 3 times he lost it in 1 corner. And then on exit it just, Tom Brown's just popped into 8th as well.
155.1, that's a nice lap.
Yep, it definitely is.
Stringy B, 154.2.
Wow.
Where did that come
Is it a
from?
Haas 1-2 I'm seeing right now?
It currently is, yeah, unless anybody can change it up there. So, unfortunately, one of them can't reply.
Well, yeah. Imagine if we have a Haas 1-2. Wow, that would be strange.
I think, like I said, the McFlurry has kind of disappeared into the floor.
Yeah, he probably did melt. You weren't wrong there.
Let's see how Fox is getting on in Mr. Bailey's favourite car, the Willy.
That was literally who I was watching. His first sector was about equal, I believe. So, be interesting to see. He looks very good through the middle sector. A lot of confidence carried. So,
seems to be carrying a lot of confidence through them tight corners like Campus and Stavolo as well. 6/10 up as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, 6.5. Yeah, but wow. So at the minute, he's looking good for second here, unless he can find more time.
See how he does through Blanchimont.
Tom second, Tom Brown. Great lap.
Very good lap. Let's see what Mr. Fox can do though. He's looking like he might have an answer for it here. Oh, that was a nice line coming through.
Yeah. Let's see.
53.7. Wow. Talk about throwing the benchmark down there.
That's right, catch me if you can, I think. But Jacob's just gone second as well with a 54.2. So...
Still half a second between them though, but even that's an impressive lap from Jacob there.
Yeah, I think that track is now really coming into its own. So...
see what single track's doing. She's just coming up to P1 at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's not massively far off the end of the sector.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of improvements here. I think Flores will be happy if he can stay in the top 10 though.
Well, yeah, if you've retired it and you stay in the top 10, that's quite an achievement. Shows how good your lap was originally.
Yeah, exactly. Especially
6/10 up is mine.
So Martin at the minute. He could be right there with Fox as well, you know.
6/10 would put him about 4th at the moment. Depends what he can gain in the final sector.
I think.
Oh, he's invalidated.
Oh, that's a shame. But I think Fox actually gained 7th. Hoseman second now. Oh, look at that! How close that is.
Wow.
400.
J Sarge just said Hosepipe should try 1-2 wings. It seems like he is trying 1-2 wings with that pace.
Well,
that was ridiculous pace. Oh, Umax hasn't set a lap yet. He's on an out lap though.
No. And Carl hasn't actually.
I don't think he's going to make it round in time. He's just coming into no name now. He's only got like 40 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make this. No, he's not. He's got 30 seconds. No, not a chance.
Let's see what Mr. Clean is doing.
Oh, Woodmax definitely isn't now because he's in the wall.
Your compadre from MRCX. He's just coming up to the bus stop now, so let's see what he's got in store for us.
Let's see where the Mr. Squeaky Clean is going to go.
I don't think it's setting the timing screens alight, but it could be an improvement. 55.1, it goes up nearly half a second. Puts him to 13th.
It's still not the worst starting position, is it? Like, you know, you can always gain from that. I'm going to go and have a look at Fanning, who's about 5/10 off at the minute. So...
Stringy B's just lost it coming out of Stavolo.
He has.
Just as Red Car Rambo's flying up.
I think Fanning could be the man to watch at the minute.
Oh, Calvin's just gone with.
Wow.
Stringy B.
Championship leader Fanning in the wall. Starting 17th minimum as well. Fanning into P5, great lap as well.
That's unfortunate for Calvin. I know he loves a challenge, but Anton, 153.7.
Wow.
0.001 between him and Fox.
Look at the gap between Jacob and Fanning as well. 3,000. That's crazy.
Oh, it is absolutely insane. 1,000 separates the front row. You couldn't even blink that.
Yeah.
Anybody else on the lap? Some of them will have kept going. Because you can, in the wet, you can get about 2 laps out of your ERS usually. Samuel's just recovering from a bollard. Jacob's invalidated. See what Fox is doing.
Can he improve? Because, I mean, he only has to find literally 0.001. So...
Well, I assume we'd want to find 002.
Well, yeah, no, but, I mean, just to equal it, it would be quite something if they had the same time. But he's done it! Wow.
He's found about 200ths of a second.
Yeah, I think it's
Talk about fine margins.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I believe that says done then.
Yeah, that looks like everyone.
So it will be Jake, the Fox River 8 on pole, Anton Dubek in second, the Leaky Hosepipe in third, Dumbest Hornet in fourth, Jacob in fifth, Fanning in sixth, Stringy B 7th, Tom Brown 8th, Lorpy 9th, Single Track in 10th, the McFlurry in 11th, Alex Ajik in 12th, Seb Mail and Gene Genie the Alpine team 13th and 14th, Vans Racing 15th, Red Car Rambo 16th, the Ferraris of Calvin and Monster 17th and 18th, Carl is 19th, and Woomax with no time is 20th. Good evening, Mandy. You're a bit late to the party tonight.
I was going to say, that's quite a late welcome from Mandy, isn't it? Usually she's one of the first to put in there.
I think we're just waiting on Seb being dragged in by the Alpine team, and then we should be clicking over. Remember, people, there's no formation lap tonight because we're obviously testing where the glitches are at the moment. They've supposedly fixed things, but I'd rather test them first.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe Friday at best, because then we're not worrying about the tier afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
All the times are on
That is a very
screen.
mixed up grid, though.
Pop them up.
Especially when you have your championship leader down in 17th place. So...
I dread to think what lap he was on as well. It could have been an absolute flyer.
You don't know if he got blindsided by that Stringy B incident in front, though, and it just caught him off guard a little bit, but...
He's possibly come around the corner and seen the car in the barrier, and it's... all it takes is that microsecond of losing concentration and you're gone in the wet.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see what it throws up for us for the race. Oh, it's even wetter!
No, it
That is
can't be,
full
surely.
wet.
Oh, wow.
There's actually puddles in the pit lane and everything. Wow! Moist! But have no fear, like I said, we are MRC, we will keep racing. This will not be a safety car race.
Well...
It's not going to be a race between the safety car and the medical car. Which one can do the most laps?
Yeah, well, that's always a good thing. But this is just... wow. Are we at least going to get changeable? It would be nice to have a changeable conditions race. We don't get them very often.
I don't know what we're going to get. I guess we'll find out as we go along. Even the drivers won't be 100% because it's approximate weather in Tier 2.
I hope you've got... oh, anyway.
5, and we are underway for the week. Fox has got a great start. Ant seems to have got a good one as well. Dumbest Hornet's got an absolute flyer though.
Yeah,
he's up into second already. Fanning's got
as well, P3.
And Jacob. Oh, quite a few people running wide at the back though with 5-second penalties coming in.
Oh fuck! Calvin's in the wall. No, Monster, and I think it's a Williams of Lorpy.
Red Car Rambo's just had a 5-second penalty as well, and I believe we're on a virtual safety car.
Yes, we are. That looked very messy from what I saw there. But I'm trying to see. I don't think Lorpy has a front wing. No.
1998 spring to mind to anybody.
I don't think it was quite that bad, but there is 3 drivers at the back with no front wing at all.
If the walls were as tight as they were in 1998, I think it would have been that bad.
Yeah, that's true. Ryan's got end plate damage.
Because they extended the runoff at the source.
Yeah, they did. They're not wrong.
Which has helped an awful lot.
So it only seems to be the back 4 at the minute with damage. So
there'll be a few popping in the pits. They'll all be praying that the virtual safety car doesn't end too soon, but I reckon it's going to end before Blanchimon, personally.
That's the issue with Chicane 1 crashes, isn't it? Like, oh,
Especially on a
Mr.
track
Flurry's
as long
in
as
11th
this.
has no front wing.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, there we
Yeah,
go,
he's got-
virtual's ended.
Oh, that's gonna be. Imagine that car in the dry with no front wing. It's gonna be even worse in the wet.
Ended before Stavolo.
Running's at a moment.
Oh wow, he's dropping down quite a chunk.
Yeah, Fanning's at a big moment somewhere.
It looks like Fox is flying away quite nicely with Dumbest Hornet in hot pursuit. Fire J's doing well, so well, we've got second. Obviously all on full wet tyres. Position changes, Dumbest Hornet's up 2, Fire J's up 2, Hoseman's down 1, Ant's down 3, Stringy B and Tom Brown are up 1, Single Track and McFlurry's are up 2, Fanning's down 3, Calvin's up 7, Cal's up 8, Alex hasn't moved, Genie's up 1, Seb Mills down 1, McFlurry's is down 4, Red Carambo hasn't moved, Vans is down 2, Monster hasn't moved, Lop is down 10, he's had a shocker, and Woo Max is still at the back.
Yeah, I think Lorpy was the one who came together with, I think it was Monster right at the start. I think he just got a terrible getaway. And that's what led to that whole mess at the back.
There we go, Fire J's just passed Dumbest Hornet down the Kemmel straight.
Yeah, he seems to be flying, Jacob does early in this race.
Guessing Monster's had a bit of an issue at the start, he doesn't seem too happy in YouTube chat. Let's see what action we've got up and down the field. Lap 1 rear wing damage. Is that for Monster or for somebody else?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure, but they didn't look great, that's for sure. It was a bit messy at turn 1, I did catch the back end of it, but I think it's something you'll probably see in the stewards after this.
Could be any of a few that are racing at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, Dumbest Hornet is practically pushing Jacob around that middle sector.
Them two have been battling on and off. I reckon Jacob's got lower wings, so he's better on the straights, but then obviously Dumbest Hornet's better in the corner sectors, like the middle.
Yeah, Dumbest Hornet's pacing is very strong early, that's for sure. Yellow flag in sector 2, I'm not sure who that was.
But never count out Jacob in wet conditions either, he's another strong one.
No, Fox seems to be running away at the minute though. He's had that bit of an edge at the moment, so we shall see. Stringy's also holding on to the back of this little pack in the battle for second, so
yeah, he's not letting him get away.
And then you got a bit of a gap back to Tom in 7th.
If they want a bit of a drier track, Hosepipe needs to fix that leak.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was a hosepipe ban in the UK. Maybe he's taking it to Belgium and that's why. But that is...
Yeah, maybe there's no ban in Belgium.
Yeah, I think they might be alright. Oh, 3 seconds for Martin.
It's not something we see often this early. Hosepipe's just shot past Dumbest Hornet down the Kemmel straight though.
Yeah, I think Hornet has gone for a wet
Well, we're on a VSC.
Oh, yeah, we are. I've just noticed everyone's really slowed down. So I wonder. Let me have a look if there's anyone without a fob. Yeah, Lorpy.
Yeah,
another moment.
I think J Sarge is right there.
Drive proof of bands.
Fox won a Tier 1 race in the wet at this track. I believe it was the end of Season 5.
Yeah, he did.
So he's
yeah.
very, very good in the wet here. So I think he could be a good bet for winning this.
I know he struggled quite a bit on this game though, so it's definitely something to watch out for. But Lorpy is back in the pits for a new front wing. But
I find this game a bit harder in the wet as well. I mean, 21 I was pretty good in the wet. This one I'm really struggling because it's a different type of handling.
it is, the cars are just completely, they're so unpredictable this year, and if they're not set up a certain way, then you're going to have a nightmare of a time driving them in the dry or the wet, so...
Well, like Martin was saying earlier on Discord, you can set them up several different ways. It's just you've got to find what works for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's now
Completely agree.
6 drivers with a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, I think Vans was one of them. He got one quite early.
Anton, Stringy B, Tom Brown, Single Track, Monster and Vans all have drive-thrus.
Wow, so that is a lot of drivers there then.
Do we have a glitch on this track where it's giving out drive-thrus for the fun of it?
If it did, I would have said everyone will more than likely get one, but...
No, I agree, Bergen.
It
Doesn't look like that many people having a drive-thru.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know what we could really do about that one.
No.
Because we're probably going to end up with many more safety cars, so any time we remove is going to end up being a benefit.
And do you know what the other issue is? If another safety car, for example, was meant to come out now, I believe we had a glitch the other day that you can't pit.
Yeah, you can't serve a drive-thru under safety car.
But the laps still count, so you get a DSQ.
So all of these are going to have to hope and pray that this...
They should have really served it straight away, to be honest.
Oh, there we go.
But...
VSC's ended.
Yeah.
So if they can all start jumping in the pits, end of this lap.
Well, Stringy's just served his under VSC. Because I've just watched him do it, so...
Maybe VSC you can, but full safety car you can't.
That gap is coming down a bit at the front though between Jacob.
Oh, Monster's out.
Oh, Monster's out. This could really hinder the guys with the VSC if that's... No, it's... Okay, I know where that is.
Nick, there's not much point showing tyres, it's full wets for everybody. Lorp is out.
Lorp is out to safety car.
That's a full safety.
Oh, those guys with drive-thrus, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think this is going to be...
A few DSQs coming.
Yeah. Well, unless it was just a glitch the other day that happened, but...
I've seen it a few times this season.
Yeah.
I don't think you can serve while the safety car's out.
Yeah, I think it was Confetti Prix it happened to, but... Oh, I definitely know you can't, because I tried to Austria serve my drive-through, but it didn't let me, so I'm the safety car. But... It is what it is, but... It'd be interesting. The thing is, if they get disqualified, there is nothing that can be done, is there? So...
Not particularly, no, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, other than trying to limit the damage on the power rankings as much as we can, there's nothing we can actually do for them. We'll see a few people pitting, so let's see what if they're changing tyres or if they're just getting a fresh set. I mean, 4 laps in, doesn't seem really worth a fresh set to me.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me at all, so...
In fact, Fox River's taking inters.
Tom Brown's in. Oh,
Fire J's taking a fresh set of wets. Your mate Fox has taken inters.
Fox has taken a very, very brave decision there, because it's going to try a lot less under the safety car because the cars aren't going to run as quick. But you've also got the issue of...
I mean, it still looks like a canal out there.
And it's still really pouring it down with rain. The rain's not getting any weaker here. But there is a dry line forming. You can see that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it still probably looks a bit drier than when I ended up on the mediums last season, but that's a different story.
That is still one of the most iconic moments ever. I was on stream for that and I didn't know how to react to what on earth you was doing, if I'm honest. But
let's just put it this way, Jeff was very, very drunk that night.
Honestly, when I saw you come in for tries, I was like, have you seen the puddles? Like, please.
But we all know that visually, sometimes it's not accurate.
That's true.
There was a fairly dry line in certain parts of the track. Because some parts of the track I absolutely flew, but then, like, Bradillon, it was an absolute fight to keep that car on the track.
But it's a fight in the dry on that game, so...
But Jeff had popped up offering me this new strategy with dry tyres. I accepted it, asked him several times throughout the lap, is it ready for dries? And he kept saying, yes, 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 dries are the way to go, dries are the way to go. I pitted, took the dries, and he said straight away, we need the wets.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, you just absolutely stuffed me there. Because now I've got to try and get round on this set of mediums in ice rink conditions.
I don't know how you kept on the track.
Neither do I, especially at Radion.
Yeah.
I really don't
'Cause
know how I
even
kept it on
went
the track
board,
there.
I even went on board with you to see what was going on.
It was a little bottom clenching up rally on, let's put it that way. I nearly ended up doing a Lando Norris.
Yeah.
Daft thing, well, I think I ended up crashing with wets on later. Coming out of the bus stop.
Yeah. I'm almost surprised we haven't seen Fox come back in.
I'm just on board with him at the moment to see how it's looking. I mean, you're not going to get a full indication, but he's staying out. I think
Anthony's
Anton's
gone
just
behind
dived
him.
in.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what tyres he goes for, because has Fox just triggered an Inter's little spree here?
It's either
Surely
very brave or very stupid.
Yeah, there's no in between on that one. You've either pulled a masterpiece. Anthony's gone for wets as well, so...
I mean, if this track dries within a couple of laps and you can keep it on track, keep with the pack, he's pulled an absolute masterstroke there.
Can I just say one thing? If you actually have a look, the rain is getting a lot weaker.
It is. It could be he's pulled an absolute masterclass here.
I reckon he's asked Jeff here, like, what's the weather going to be like? And he said it's stopping soon, because that rain is considerably heavier than it was a lap ago, lighter than it was a lap ago.
We've just lost Fire J from the session.
That could be sound glitch.
I was just thinking, I'm hoping that sound glitch and he's coming straight back.
Yeah, because I know a lot of drivers did that in X under the safety car, so...
Yeah, because it seems to even be affecting PS5 users now.
Yeah.
I mean, my Mark Elvis, whatever you want to call him, sounded absolutely awful. He sounded like a Dalek.
Yeah, I've had it a few times. I don't know if you remember me telling you, but I've had it like where Mark is talking to you in the ear as engineer, and it's just all like...
There's Jacob.
Very roboty.
Yeah, he sounded like this.
Yeah, it's awful. You can't understand a word he's saying.
That's the only sound glitch I've had. My engine and whatever all stays fine.
Yeah.
But I got that the other day towards the back end, and it was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I needed him in Hungary because obviously it was wet.
Why is there such a gap between Hosman and Dummy's Hornet? There's nearly 6 seconds between them. Surely that's more than 10 car lengths.
You would think so, and does that mean a penalty's on its way for Hornet here?
I mean, there should be no deltas when you're behind the car.
There's still nothing... No, but I mean, if you drop further than 10 car lengths, you get the countdown, don't you? So if he's after a certain amount of time...
Oh, Bergen popped up on YouTube saying deltas. There shouldn't be any delta when you're behind the safety car.
There is occasionally a delta glitch, but yeah.
I mean, that could have just blocked the safety car coming in, could that?
I think it has, and those guys that haven't served their drive-through, I think it's this lap that is going to get them disqualified.
Womax is gone.
Womax has got the penalty for falling too far back, so I'm guessing he's got a delta problem.
Apparently they all got deltas when Jacob left. Hosman's just left now.
Single track 5-second penalty for collision with Alex.
He's gone in the pits.
Has he just tried to serve? Is he trying to serve his drive-through here?
Hosman's back in.
Well, the Mercedes is in for wets. Martin has no wing. That's why he's in. And he's serving a 5-second penalty.
Serving his 5 seconds at the same time. Hosman's saying the sound's really bad. And he's on a PlayStation 5. Martin's gone for Inters here.
Yeah.
So that's the second driver now that's gone onto the intermediates.
It's definitely... The rain is definitely getting lighter. There's no doubt about that. And the thing is, I would now at this point, with how light the rain's getting, say it's actually benefiting the Inter drivers as well. Because it just means that it's getting more to the point of Inters. So...
Yeah, the longer this safety car stays out, the more it's benefiting them.
Yeah.
And hopefully it should be in this lap. Single track's coming up towards the end of the Kemmel Straight now, just coming into Lake On. I mean, these guys are only just coming up to Poo on, so he should easily catch up. Let's have a quick look and see how he's getting on. I mean, his car seems to be pretty planted. I wonder if he is about the time for intermediates. Which could mean Fox and single track here have pulled a masterstroke. Well, the single track's still got that drive-through to serve, but at least he won't have to change his tyres again.
Yeah, can they serve it as the safety car's coming in? So can they serve it behind the safety car?
I think you have to serve it the lap after.
Yeah, I hope they don't get this.
Because you're not technically classified as racing conditions at the moment.
Yeah, I hope they don't get disqualified this lap then.
Safety car's in this lap. So he's almost on the back enough. Let's see when Hose Pipe decides to go.
He will be there by the time we get racing again, so at least Martin's lost one of his 5 seconds. That's a good thing for him, but
he's keeping him nice and steady at the moment. I'll run up to Blanchimont, but he needs to let that safety car disappear massively.
He does. It'll be interesting. I think he's going to go out the bus stop personally. But
he needs to back it off a little bit then, really. Otherwise he's not going to spring a surprise, is he?
No.
Especially with no traction as well, he's going to struggle for his traction out of the bus stop.
Yeah, and it looks like he's gone.
And he's lost it.
He's gone, he's spun. Hornet takes the lead.
So we've currently got a Red Bull 1-2.
Yeah, fanning into third as well, but Tom Brown has got a pit for, well, do a drive-through anyway. So I'm interested to see what Fox's grip's like, and it doesn't look the greatest out of turn 1.
Quite a few of them are getting penalties for ignoring yellow flags here.
Yeah, Calvin's just had one, hasn't he? But oh, big moment for Carl on the exit of Radion.
Tom Brown's all over Dummist Hornet here as they come into Lake Hulme.
I think you're going to see Tom in anyway this lap, so they shouldn't be fighting too hard, those two.
I mean, I do wonder, would they better playing the team game there? Dummist Hornet let Tom go and hold the pack a little bit.
Yeah, potentially, but
try and negate the drive.
Very wide.
Even if you can negate that drive-through by a couple of seconds.
Yeah, no, I agree. It could have helped, but especially now Tom's fallen back quite a bit as well from Dummist.
I mean, Fox is holding station pretty well.
He is. His grip does look a lot less than the guys around him, though. That's one thing I have noticed, but
can take a lap or two to get there, though.
I don't think we are far off, you know, now I look at it. The puddles are all disappearing, that's for sure. And there is a drier line. So, oh, Tom's gone!
That's a safety car. Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
We didn't even manage a racing lap. Why is Dummist Hornet completely stopped on track? That's a... I know you get Delta, but that might be a little bit too far.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing any crashes though, luckily.
Yeah, no, I don't think it caused too much, but again, this is going to play into the hands of Martin and Fox here.
It's not going to play into Martin's hands though, because he's still got the drive-through to
yeah,
serve.
No, that's true. That's true with the tyres, yes, okay, I agree. But Fox, this is going to help with the inters, because that track is definitely dry. I think it may have even stopped, you know. Oh no, it hasn't. No, it has, I think.
Jacob's just shot in the pit lane.
Yeah, he's coming for inters. It stopped raining. That's why.
It is still spitting a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so it's the tiniest amount, but I think you're going to see a few come in for inters now. Jacob has.
Yeah, Calvin's in. Jean Genie's in. Mr. Flurries is in. Red Carambo's in.
Calvin's putting on wets, though.
Okay. Jean Genie's gone for inters.
Flurries is going for inters.
Ryan's gone for inters. I wonder if Calvin's had a bit of a glitch with his pit choice there.
5 seconds, but yeah, that's not going to help him, is it? 5 seconds for crossing the pit lane exit. Yeah, that looked legit there because I saw that. But
I hate the pit exit here. It's so tight.
I hate the pit entry as well. That's not any better.
It's one of the tracks where you really do miss having the pit assist.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, this pit entry is a very dangerous one, to say the least, for
So
sure.
we've really got a mix of strategies here. We've got, what, 7 on inters, 10 on wets.
Yeah.
What's going to play out over the next, is it 13 laps?
I think you'd still look at it at the minute and say probably Fox's favourite on those inters, especially with the lack of rain now. But
Especially with all these safety car periods as well, because it's just helping him preserve them.
yeah, exactly. But it'll definitely be interesting to see who's going to be where from here on. So
Well, at least
he
we
may
haven't
have just pulled a blinder.
We've still got Ant and Woomax with drive-throughs. Single track seems to have served his.
Ah,
So Fanning's got 5 seconds, Mr. Flurries has got 11 seconds, Single track's got 3 seconds, Woomax and Anton have got drive-throughs.
I think we're going to see a lot of these penalties come to the stewards today because it doesn't seem very ideal.
I've got a shout out to Carl, he's up 14 positions at the moment.
Yeah, what a start from Carl, that's utterly incredible.
He's up for P5, what must have started P19, that's a hell of a push is that.
He's always been a strong wet driver, hasn't he? So,
Is that hats off to his race engineers there?
oh, I think he's in. As we just said that, doesn't no, it's Anthony's in.
Yeah, it's Ant who's in.
So, I'd presume that's for Inters as well. There's also a Haas, no,
Seb Bale's in.
Alpine, I think. Yeah. He's putting Inters on. Anthony is putting
Inters.
also Inters by the looks of that as well, so. Looks like that's definitely the tyre. It looks a lot drier than it did in the pit lane, that's for sure.
Just looks drier and drier as the laps go on. I mean, we're nearly at half distance. I'd expect safety car to be in this lap, because Ant and Seb Mail aren't far behind. Jacob's still trying to get rid of his sound glitch. Hopefully that's not caused deltas for everyone again.
I'm wondering if that could have been what cost Hoseman on the restart, you know.
The fact he left, his tyres would have been colder.
Yeah, that too as well.
But the traction out of the bus stop with no traction control is absolutely dreadful.
Yeah.
Especially in wet conditions, it's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at YouTube chat, see if anything's going on in there.
It's pretty quiet, to be honest. Everyone seems very quiet.
I'll be expecting a safety car call very shortly if it's coming in.
Yeah, last time it was just at the end of the middle sector, wasn't it? And the whole field's together, so I don't see why it wouldn't come in now.
Safety car's just about to come into Stavolo, so yeah, we should be getting a call any time, I would have thought. Because it's not... Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
Calls it literally end at second sector.
Can Hornet get a bit of restart than Mr. Hoseman did?
Tom Brown's left. Oh, he's DNF'd anyway. I wondered if that were another sound glitch issue then. Bit of an odd time to choose to do it though.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, Mr. Hornet is now de facto safety car. Just bring them through Blanchimont. Safety car should be in the pit lane in a few seconds. Has he gone?
Hornet gone really early? Yeah, he has.
But really, really early.
It looks like he has caught Fanning here, napping, so... Well, actually, Fanning's quite close on the exit at the bus stop, so... I'm going to run down the field and see if everyone's making it okay. Oh, big moment for the hassle. I think it was Flurries on the exit of the chicane.
Ant's just been disqualified for ignoring his drive-through. Fans and Womax are in the pit lane. Is it Fanning that's still got one? He's going to have to... Nope. He's got 5 seconds. Flores has got 11. Single Track's got 3. So that was the last person with a drive-through. Another 3 seconds for Mr. Flores there.
Yeah, I still think Wet's are the tyre at the minute because Fox is quite a bit of a way off behind Hoseman at the minute, but I don't think we're far.
I think Fox has probably played an absolute blinder here. Yeah, he's 2.4 back, but that's nothing compared to actually pitting.
Oh, Fanning and Hoseman side by side in the middle sector. Fanning's kept it ahead for now. I thought that was going to end in tears then when I cut to that. Wow. Meanwhile, right now, this is just favouring Dumbest Hornet. Oh, Hoseman's gone.
Oh, he's spun, has he?
Yeah. How it looks anyway. And I think it's now time for Inters because Fox's gap to Fanning's come right down, so...
Well, Dumbest Hornet stayed out. Fanning looks like he's shot in the pit lane though. Yeah,
Fanning is in, so...
See what Fox can do against Dumbest Hornet. The YouTube chat's saying that the sound's getting even worse. Well, this is going to be fun then.
Is it a sound on stream though they're talking about, or?
Well, it's Bergen. I'm assuming he's race engineering for the likes of Carl and Calvin, like he normally does. So he's probably getting feedback off them that...
Yeah. I think Ant got a bit screwed over by that drive-through. It wouldn't let him serve it and then got the glitch. Because he got a DSQ, didn't he?
Yeah.
So we still have 5 drivers at the moment on wet tyres, so...
We'll have a quick look at tyres. Yeah, Calvin, Carl, Alex, Stringy and the race leader Dumbest Hornet are all on wets.
Yeah.
But Fox seems to be slowly reeling Dumbest Hornet in here.
Yeah, he does. I mean, Jacob's got some unreal pace. He's right on the back of Fox now. And them two are also pulling away from Stringy, so I do think it is now Inter's time. Because...
Is this a joke I sense in the YouTube chat? Why shouldn't
you...
Yeah, why shouldn't you fight with a rain cloud?
Go on, Mandy, hit us with it.
Fox has just got fastest middle sector, so I'd say it's definitely Inter's time.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He'll storm out on you.
Cole's at the moment, Cole's out!
Is this another safety car? He was just on the exit of Stavolo as well. Yep, full safety. And yeah, the answer was he'll storm out on you.
I'm putting my phone down.
Dumbest Hornets in the pit lane. I'm assuming Stringy, Alex, Calvin will all take the opportunity to do the same. You put your phone down in disgust, have you?
Oh yeah, I'm not looking at it again now.
It's alright, I get the YouTube comments popping up on screen.
Oh, well, I feel sorry for you then, but no, I will not be looking at that again now.
Although that seems to be glitching tonight, so I keep having to refer to YouTube.
Can you give someone who doesn't race license points? Is that possible?
No, it's not.
No. Because I think she's earned some there, to be honest.
Harsh, Connor, harsh.
But anyway, Ryan's made a great comeback drive here, considering he was, what, last after lap 1, and now he's back into P7. So, this is going well for Ryan at the moment. Martin's also in P4. That's a great drive as well. Look at Mr. Clean up there.
In P3. Andy's clean tonight as well.
Yeah, he told me on Friday that he's had a bit of a problem keeping it clean recently, but...
Yeah, it was... I watched the stream earlier.
Yeah, so... it would definitely be. Yeah, I think he'll be a lot happier with this one, especially in the wet. He says to me he really struggles in the wet, so.
Although I must have confessed myself a little disappointed. He didn't do his Gav impression.
I was waiting for him to do an either Aussie or something to do with Gav, yes, and.
Because that Russian Grand Prix, when I ended up leading and he was with me, he did an awesome Gav impression.
It was the funniest. I think that is genuinely the funniest thing I've heard on MRC Com. Sorry, Gav, you would be upset with that, but it was hilarious.
It was amazing. I was really hoping he'd do it again on Friday.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna lie, I do wish he did, but.
So, there we go, Rob. When you watch this back, if you're listening, special request, next time you're on comms, you have to do a Gav impression.
You never know, it might be as soon as Wednesday.
That's very possible.
It's just a shame Gav isn't racing in Tier 3 to hear his impression. So. But who wins this race now? Like, obviously Fox has got double the laps on Jacob, but he's only actually raced like one racing lap on those tyres. So, like, nearly all of Fox's laps have been on, are literally under safety car, haven't they? So.
Pretty much have, yeah.
He's probably got next to nowhere on them. Jacob's looked absolutely rapid all race. Gene Genie, we all know about Gene Genie. Martin, what penalties does Martin have now left?
3 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, that is it, so. Flores has got 14 seconds.
So we've literally got 2 people with penalties. One's on the minimum and one's quite a lot.
Probably going to be disqualified by the end of this race if it carries on at that rate. So.
Well, one of them was a 5 second for crossing the pit exit line, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one was completely legal. I definitely saw that on stream, so I think.
So easily done here because you're trying to turn tight. You want to put the power down, but you can't put the power down too much or the back end goes on you. So you're trying to compensate for it with your steering and end up going over the line.
Yeah. No, I agree. But let's wait and see, because I think we'll get the safety car in this lap without a doubt, because the whole thing's together.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
But this is one of those races where honestly anyone could win this. Especially as it's wet as well, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't surprise me to see any single driver on this track win it. But because none of them have to stop again either, so it literally comes down to who can keep it the most clean now for the rest of the race, make the least mistakes, and be the most ballsy, I guess you could say. So
pretty much.
Is it going to be? Because surely it's going to come in. If it's not, then there's something
It usually
wrong.
calls it at the end of the second sector,
yeah.
so it's
About now.
yeah, any time now. There we go.
There you go.
Usually calls it midway through Stavalo.
Is Fox going to play a dumbest Hornet tactic here and go really early? He could always do a Connor in season 5. I thought that was a great restart.
That was the most illegal restart I have ever seen in my life. You literally drove through 5 people as a ghost.
Not on my screen, honestly I didn't, but it was, yeah, I just remember watching the stream back and laughing so hard at what happened, because I had no idea. I honestly had no idea. I was so confused as to what happened, but oh well, I led the race for a brief moment. But when is Fox going to go? That is the real question.
I think he's gone.
Gone. Yeah, he has. He's gone a bit too close to the braking zone, I'd say, there almost.
Yeah, he's got Fox Fire J literally crawling all over him at the moment.
And he's literally right up his rear at the moment. Is Jacob going to make a move? He's not quite close enough. So that's the issue. Jacob's going to have to really be close to make a move, because he's not going to have the benefit of DRS either, is he? But look at him on the run up to Eau Rouge and Radion here.
I think I've seen something about Fox has got rear wing damage as well from that lap 1. So he's
Oh,
not going to have the most confidence through the corners.
He's not. I think Jacob's through. He is. So, I'll tell you something though. If he's got rear wing damage, his pace has been utterly unbelievable.
He really is driving a solid race.
Yeah, he really is. Flurries is ahead of Martin now as well. Martin's also having a right ding-dong with Dumbest Hornet. He seems to keep the position for now. Alex has got 3 seconds as well.
So still only 3 drivers with time penalties, although 15 lap. We're on the 15th lap, and I bet 10 of them have been spent behind safety car.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I don't think any of these drivers are going to have... I mean, it's like I said, Fox has done supposedly 10 laps on those tyres, but only 3 of them have been racing laps. So, he's going to be able to take them.
How many safety cars are we actually on at the moment? Are we getting close to another record?
No, I think at the minute we've had 3 and 1 BSC. No, 2 BSCs. And 3 actual safety cars, I believe. So
we're still a few off for the record of 7.
I think, yeah, we had 7 in 1 tier 3. We always seem to get safety cars, don't we, when we're together? That's the issue.
Well, it's the first time this season.
Yeah, and look, we're already like pushing one of the craziest races we've seen for sure, because it's literally one anyone could win. But Flores has had a little look at Genie there for the last podium spot, but Flores has got all them penalties, so...
Fire J's just set fastest lap.
Oh, who's that in the pit? Single track and Dumbest Hornet. I'm wondering if those two...
I wonder if they've had a bit of a collision, because I did see a yellow flag. Half the field's pitted here.
Guys, the slick's going on.
There certainly is.
Single track's gone for softs and Hornet's gone for mediums. There's a lot of drivers coming in for all these drives.
Yeah, there's 6.
It is. Look at the track. It's bone dry. The track is virtually bone dry.
Well, that's a turn of events. You said you wanted a change in conditions race.
It always makes them interesting. It spices it up to see who's going to be where come the end. But Dumbest Hornet's got 3 seconds. That's not going to help him with his... But how much is single track going to be able to jump the top 3 here?
Can he make them softs last to the end of the race?
It's going to be tight. We all know how quickly they wear, but Genie's also dropped behind Flurries here. But those Inter runners have absolutely no grip whatsoever.
He's going to be doing 7 laps on the softs. I think you can only get about 4 or 5 here at most.
2 if you're lucky, with what I was testing.
It's about 10% a lap, I think.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But if you look on the on-board camera here with Genie, there is still raindrops, I think, falling. Slightly.
Well, it looks like Fox has just got fastest middle sector.
Which surprises me, because that track is now bone dry. Surely we're going to see Jacob and Fox both in here.
Oh, we're just on board with Jacob. Let's see what he does when he gets to the bus stop. He's peeling right. Yeah, he's going straight in the pit lane.
Jacob's in.
Fox is in. Flurries is in. Genie stayed out. There's a bit of a turn up.
And so did Stringy.
Stringy stayed out with him.
Yeah.
I think Rob just wants to lead a race.
Yeah, I think right now, we're probably going to see him start doing donuts on the last lap just because he's led a lap. No, Rob. But there's mediums going on to Fanning's car, mediums going on to Hoseman. Single track's really gained here. Is he going to get Fox? No, he's not. So he actually didn't gain too much there, single track. So I'm wondering if he went just before the crossover point and now is the crossover point.
Mr. Flurries, another 5 seconds for the pit lane exit.
I'd be careful if I was you, mate, because you're not going to be far off this qualification at this point, I don't think.
Let's have a quick look. He's on 14 because he'll have served 5 when he came in.
That's true, yeah. You're not wrong. So
there's only Genie and Stringy B stayed out on the Inter so far. But they are literally bleeding time to Fire J at the moment.
I mean, Jacob's made, I think, in about half a sector, about a second. So they're definitely on the wrong tyre at the moment.
Like I say, I think Rob just wanted to lead for a bit.
Yeah, I reckon he's just going to not come in the pits and just try and go to the end just because he wants to keep that lead as long as he can.
Unless he's going to pit now and have slightly fresher tyres for the end of the race.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, look, that gap has come down 1.5 seconds in the space of about 20 seconds. So,
Fire J is
that
absolutely
is,
flying, but he's going to be absolutely destroying his tyres at the same time.
he is, I think, obviously, if you look at the moment, he's probably the favourite to take this race because he's got quite a big gap to Fox
Oh,
behind
Rob
him.
stayed out again.
Okay, he's
String is
definitely,
dived in though.
yeah, Rob's definitely just fastest
What?
lap.
Is that till Jacob comes across?
I think that's going to be absolutely obliterated by Jacob.
No, it hasn't.
What? But look at how much the gap's come down. That's what doesn't make...
Single track has though.
Something,
Let's have a look at the fastest laps here.
Maybe Jacob had a warning on that lap or something, I don't know.
Martin was 4 seconds quicker than Rob on that lap.
Look at single track as well on Fox right now. He's absolutely flown past him. So Martin's really, the thing is, Martin's got like 3 seconds, which isn't going to help him at all.
Well, Gene has just got a 3 seconds as well.
He is. I think the issue is, if you look now, actually, I'm wondering if Jacob's softs have got off already, you know, because the gap's barely come down this lap. So, is Genie really sat there thinking, I can do this?
He's got another 4 laps to try and hold on. The gap's
There's
just
no
under
way
7 seconds.
That track is now bone dry. If you look at, there is not one wet patch on that track now. So, I think he's more thinking...
It's down to 6 now. He's taken over a second in the last few corners.
I think he's thinking, look, if I pit now, I'm just going to lose a whole lot more than if I stay out. But, let's see.
I think he's only saving graces. I don't think DRS has been enabled yet.
He stayed out again.
I think he's going to stay out to the end.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a Mr. Bob Atwood in the pits today, but Jacob is now on the same straight as him, so I think it's safe to say Fox does have wing damage because he does seem to be struggling a lot. But look at Martin's pace right now; he's absolutely flying.
And Mr. Flurries.
Yeah, Flurries as well. But
that's 3 people with fastest lap in what 4 or 5 people over the line.
Yeah.
Because Jacob took it, then Martin took it, then McFlurry took it.
Yeah.
It's literally a battle for fastest lap. Jacob's still flying. His gap's now less than 5 seconds. But he's going to have a Martin on his tail very soon.
Yeah, he definitely is. That is.
Because he's literally closing on him hand over fist.
Yep, for sure. It's definitely interesting.
I think Rob's might be about to get mugged by both of them.
Yeah, I don't think Rob's going to have much replies to them here.
Like I say, I think he's only saving graces. I don't think the DRS has been re-enabled yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about DRS, which is very, very surprising.
Well, Rob's rain light's still flashing. Is anybody else's?
Is that because of lack of DRS though? No, okay, he's got loads of DRS, so his is still flashing, yes. But if you
Unless it's because he's still on the west. Wow, 2 seconds now, this gap.
There is still a bit of rain falling by the looks of it, because on board cams seem to have raindrops land on them.
Oh no, Jacob's light's flashing, or is that ERS based?
Well, Genie's still on above 10, so his shouldn't be flashing. Genie's in.
He's finally given up, has he? Oh, is that Martin just lost it? Yeah, Martin lost it coming out of the final corner.
Yeah, that moves Fox into second place and Martin into third.
Is Rob hoping for 3 absolutely stunning laps here?
He's lost out to his teammate as well. I think Rob's also thinking there's a lot of drivers with more penalties than me here, so...
Let's have a quick look. Yeah, a lot of them are on 3 seconds. There's only Mr. Flurries and Alex, who's still behind him.
Yeah. Thing is, he's going to rapidly, you'd think, close on Hornet and then Seb Nail here. If he can get within 3 seconds of Hornet, he'll get his place. And Hornet's now been overtaken by his teammate Seb Mail, so those two battling's going to help out Genie here. Actually, no, he's got the same amount of time penalties, hasn't he? Yeah, so Hornet's not actually going to gain anything. Okay.
He has to physically get past him on track.
These two fighting is doing him a favour, but Hornet looks like he's just pulled a great move on Seb to stay ahead. That could be massive. But Jacob, 5 seconds out in front now.
Yeah, he's
looks
cruising
like he's almost
at the moment.
cruising. Yeah. But Fox is in a bit of a battle here. Single track still kept with him.
Yeah, seems to be on a bit of a recovery now. Well, I bet he's cooked them tyres with that spin though.
Yeah, it looks like he's just getting them back though, because that gap is starting to come down now to Fox ahead. But Hoseman's closing on Fanning here as well. 3 seconds for Ryan, that's not going to help him at all.
And it was another 3 seconds for Mr. Flores as well.
Yeah, it's raining again.
Is it?
I'm almost certain I've just seen raindrops. Unless it was just a camera angle changing quickly, but it did look like rain.
You sure?
But
if it was a start-finish straight, I think that metal cage on the pit wall.
I think it was just coming into the bus stop that I saw it, but now from other angles it doesn't look like it, so maybe it was just a bit of fencing or something that caught me off guard. But
apparently Ryan's got wing damage as well.
Oh, that's a shame, but
we've now got DRS.
Yeah, he's past Jake, so that's the second, but Jake will probably get that second place back behind Martin because of the penalty if he can stay sort of with him at least. But now
yeah, it depends on how much gap he builds.
Fox is also under pressure from
Ryan's retired. He's lost it at Blanchimont.
Oh, that's a massive shame for Ryan.
But no safety car because we're on the 21st out of 26, 2 laps.
If he had rear wing or front wing damage, that's probably what caused that for Ryan there.
He's had rear wing damage since lap 1.
Yeah, so
he was one of them that got punted at turn 1 by the sounds of it.
Yeah, he was in that mess because he pitted on that one, so I know that much. But
so that's 2 we know of.
I know Monster
had floor damage.
It was Monster, Lorpy, Ryan, and who was the other driver?
Fox.
Fox was at the front though, so he had contact with someone else, and I think the other one was actually Martin at the start, who had no front wing as well. So the sun is coming out now though, so my rain call was definitely wrong. Sorry for doing a Lewis Hamilton to everyone, but let's see. Fox has kept with him, so at the minute Fox is still in net second place, and if he has got rear wing damage, then what a drive that is. Hoseman's right there on the back of these two as well, with a Mr. McLaren driver in Fanning there as well, so
let's go and look at that, because that looks like the closest battle on track.
It does, but the issue for Fanning is Hoseman's got DRS ahead, so
it's an absolute DRS train, is that?
It is. Is that Flores making a move on Fox as well?
It certainly is.
Fox does not want to get caught up with all these guys here because it's not going to help him try and keep on the back of Martin.
Well, he can let Flores go anyway because of the massive penalty he's got. Well,
but now, the winner, he's got Hoseman running outside. What a move from Hoseman. And
he's got Fanning as well.
Wow. I think his softs have gone, you know, or that wing damage is really costing him. But what happened? The other flag, I think that's an Aston Martin. I think that's Alex round. So that's going to really cost Fox majorly there. I mean, he's definitely getting at least one place to Flurries, that's for sure, but
I think a lot of people will be gaining off Flurries.
Yeah, probably half the field at this rate.
Possibly even Genie, who's down in P10, but he's only 6/10 back on his teammate.
He is, but can I just point out the championship leader down in P11? This is going to help bring the other guys back into this a little bit.
Looks like Jacob's about to come and cross the line to take the win, though.
It does.
He got a bit leery out of the last corner, but he's held it. And he takes the win.
That's a great drive from Jacob.
Single track up. Hoseman goes second. Fanning third. Single track fourth. Fox fifth. String is 6th. Flurry's currently 7th.
Genie's up on place, so he's got 9th. Calvin takes 10th.
Mr. Flurry's drops to 12th after all them penalties.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be any further though, but wow.
Van's 13th.
Alex has gone again.
Alex having a bit of a moment coming out of Stavelot.
Yeah. I mean, what a race that was though. Like, for the whole of it, we thought anyone could win that. I think other than the last, like, 4 laps when Jacob just ran off with it, but...
We didn't really expect Jacob to win it. Oh, Alex has had another moment at Blanchimont. His tyres must be absolutely melting.
Yeah. I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Probably like 140 degrees on the rear. They just won't hold at all.
I don't want to see him come out the bus stop here. That would be an absolute nightmare trying to get on the power of those tyres. Look at the twitch, wow.
He's made it.
He's kept it. Good car control there, but wow, what a race.
There we go. Let's see who game gives driver of the day to. Single track. Yeah, probably a worthy one for driver of the day.
Yeah.
But for everybody watching, the link should be in the description to vote for your driver of the day. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell for the channel, and you'll get notified every time we go live. I'll be back on again in approximately 25 minutes for Tier 1. The elites, will they have rain or will they have it dry? What do you think, Connor?
I mean, wet. I think they deserve it. They've had all dry this season. They need a bit of...
Yeah, I mean, come on. They're the elite guys. They've got to have some wet. Show us the skills.
Can we have dry? Can we have the dry? We're not so elite.
Please.
Please. Like, that's all I want. Gav's not hosting this week, so we might get lucky.
Yeah, it's me hosting.
Yeah.
And I hosted this one and he got wet, so...
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm going to cry now. Definitely. But...
Yeah, there we go.
But you never know that. We've got some good timings there.
Scroll down to the bottom, so we've got the timings and everything for results. Obviously all results are provisional until stewards' inquiries are completed. So we probably won't find out the full results till tomorrow evening. But thank you everybody for watching, and thank you Connor for joining.
Thank you for having me. I've had a whale of a time of this race, so yeah.
It's always a pleasure. I'm sure we'll be back again together soon.
Yeah, it won't be long. I'm sure of that.
But from us all here, good night.
See ya.